Now we come to these mitral issues where, once again, students ask, well, what's mitral regurg and what's MVP? Why is it important? Well, by the time we're done with our lecture series, you'll have clearly seen how to clinically distinguish between MR, mitral regurg, and MVP, mitral valve prolapse. Mitral regurg. Let's ask those same questions that we have been up until this point. Number one, regurgitation, difficulty with opening or difficulty with closing. It is difficulty with closing, right? Ask yourself that question and make sure you get that question right to yourself, or otherwise everything thereafter becomes automatically wrong. Domino effect. So be careful. That first question has absolute critical importance. So you can't close your mitral valve properly. When is your mitral valve supposed to close? That's your next question. It's supposed to close during systole, but it doesn't want to properly. Why? Oh, maybe there was congestive heart failure and the mitral valve root then expanded, resulting in regurgitation. Oh, maybe the patient has Marfan expansion. Oh, maybe the patient had Ehlers-Danlos. Whatever it may be, expansion might have taken place of the mitral root, resulting in regurgitation. Now, this blood is being rushed and pushed back into your left atrium. Interesting. So you tell me, how is it that the left atrium was enlarged in mitral stenosis, and how was it then increased in mitral regurgitation? In mitral stenosis, the blood never left the left atrium because the mitral valve didn't open, so there was left atrial enlargement. And what was the size of my left ventricle? It was tiny and it was small. What about the pressure volume lobe? It was shifted to the left in mitral stenosis. In mitral regurgitation, what's my issue? In regurgitation, it's the fact that the left atrial enlargement and increased pressure is taking place because blood is being regurgitated bidirectionally from the left ventricle into left atrium and also into the aorta. That should never happen. There should be no bidirectional systole. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so now you have all that left atrium, and you have a lot of blood in there, but the left ventricle has a lot of blood in there as well, right? So keep those things in mind as we move through regurgitation. There's some differentials we included were Marfan, Ehlers-Danlos, congestive heart failure. We cannot bring in syphilitic here. That makes no sense. Syphilitic would be affecting your what? Aortic root. What about ankylosing spondylitis? That would be aortic regurgitation. Okay, so make sure you keep those issues and diagnoses separate from this. And then, of course, we have rheumatic heart disease. What kind, please? What do you mean what kind? Acute or chronic? Acute regurg.